so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much. We knew that it would be so. There is nothing that they are doing that is surprising to us. Those of us who are the followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the autopiloted IPOB. We are not surprised at anything that we are seeing today because we knew it will happen. We knew it would get to that. And that was why we said that Biafran should not come out. They should not participate or legitimize that evil. We knew very well that that was what was going to happen. But because some people cannot see beyond their nose, because some people are so selfish and self-centered, they were not able to see what was coming. And today, here are we. Here are we. And you think it's over. Just wait until they sway in that Jagaban. When they sway in Jagaban, then you will begin to understand better. If they succeed in swaying in Jagaban, then you will understand better. We have been crying and shouting and talking and you don't want to listen. You do not want to listen. You don't want to listen. Prepare yourself for what is coming. And I will always advise people that you should go back and revisit that very audio that leaked. The audio that leaked when late Muhammad Buhari took power. The audio conversation between Kunle and Shetima. That very audio that leaked between Kunle and Shetima. Go and listen to it and listen to the plans they had about it for you. The plan they had for Igbo Biafrans. They state their plan very clear. And they are going to carry out all those plans. You think it's a joke, right? You think they are kidding? They have started already. They have started already and they are preparing. And if you think you have seen something in the hand of late Muhammad Buhari, this is the time you're going to face the most greatest dehumanization. This is the time you're going to face it. And that is why we don't want to wait for that. That is why the Biafrans, we do not want to wait until that time. That is why we are preparing early. That is why we are closing every bound. We are closing our borders. That is why we are protecting our land and defending our land. That is why we must stand up now and make sure that we restore Biafra. Now and not tomorrow. That is why you see our spokesperson, Mazi Nnamdi, doing extraordinary things. That is why you see him going into some diplomatic discussions and meetings here and there. And we will not stop until we get out of the zoo. Because we cannot allow ourselves to be subjected into more dehumanization. We cannot allow ourselves to be subjected into more intimidation. Enough is enough. We have had enough. And it is time to walk away from this very contraption. And we will. No matter what they do, we'll walk away. We are going to walk away. As they are planning all they are planning today, every plan they are making, they can't get us. They can't get us. Every Biafra, any place you are, you have to keep your eyes open and watch. Our spokesman, Mazi Nnamdi, have given the order and made the announcement that the Biafran Liberation Army will continue to checkmate every checkpoint where they are taking our people ransom. They are going to be swept out. And the order has been given and commenced. It's an operation that the ESN are going to carry out. The Biafran Liberation Army are going to carry out. And they will carry it out to the last. There's nothing anybody can do about it. We have waited for this moment for a very long time. And now that we are here, we are going to do everything possible to protect ourselves and defend our land. In the defense of Biafra land, every hand must be on deck. You that is watching me, you have a role to play. You have a role to play. Don't think it's just those of us who are talking. No. Don't think it's just the ESN. It's not only the ESN, not only Liberation Army, not only the autopilot. Any place you are and you're a Biafran, this issue concerns you. This matter concerns you. And if you think it doesn't concern you, think back and remember what happened in Lagos. When they came after people in Lagos, they were not asking you your tribe, right? Only they themselves can identify whom you are. They don't need to ask you. So when you think you don't support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you don't support IPOB, you are free. You are not free. They know you. If you're a Biafran, they know you. You don't need to tell them. They don't need introduction to know that you're a Biafran. So if what happened in Lagos State is not a lesson for you, I don't know where you're going to learn your lesson. If you didn't wake up after what happened in Lagos State, you will never ever wake up. Not again. Not in your lifetime. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you might not live to the end of it all. But for those who are paying attention, who are ready to save themselves and save their generation, excuse me, they know what to do. They know what to do. You have to listen to instruction. Pay attention to the auto-qualified IPOB. Listen to every instruction and listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Pay attention to the brokers of Mazi Simon Ekpa and follow every instruction he is given. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not kidding with the struggle. He's not joking with the struggle. This is somebody who has been proven, tested okay. Since the kidnapper Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up to today, we have seen his handwork. We have seen things he has done. We have seen the increase he has made. We have seen the contributions he has made. Compared to those ones who are just making noise right, left, and center. Compared to those ones who are just good in pushing propaganda, blackmails, and lies. You can't compare two of them. You can't compare two of them. And yet they continue to deceive themselves. They continue to shamelessly deceive themselves and disgrace themselves, saying they are members of IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your leader. Yet, you are standing against everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood for. How can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be your leader when you don't respect his orders? How can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be your leader when you cannot keep his legacy? How can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be your leader when all you do is to expose Biafrans to danger? How can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be your leader when all you do is to take the life of innocent Biafrans? Your time is up. No matter wherever you are hiding in Kuwait, no matter wherever you are hiding in Switzerland, wherever you think you are hiding, you can't hide anymore. Chukwu will fetch you out and vomit you. You have already taken more than you can chew. And the blood of innocent is crying. The blood of innocent is crying to Chukwu Kikabiam. The people you have condemned and taken their lives. Because of your envy and jealousy, your pride and arrogance, you send people to their early grave. It's not only that you send them to early grave. After sending them to the early grave, you come back and you begin to deny them. You begin to deny them. You expose them to danger. They risk their life, and you come out and you deny them. This is the height of evil. That was why the Holy Book said that the heart of man is evil. Truly, truly, the heart of man is evil. The Holy Book also said that Chukwu Okikame regretted why he created man. These are the reasons. The attitude of men. When you want to save them, they tag you an enemy. That is what we see in this planet Earth. But would that make us to stop doing what we are doing? It cannot make us to stop. Instead, it will make us to wax stronger, stronger, and stronger. It will make us to see more reason to fight more until we get our destination. The Biafran agitation today have taken a different dimension. It is no longer like in those days when you come and you make noise and you go. It's not about noise making. This is the time to put every word we have spoken into action. And I thank Chukwu Okikabema for our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is why I love him and I trust him so much on what he's doing. The diplomatic missions he's making move for. All the allies he's building for Biafra today. We are seeing the effect of the allies he's building. Every diplomatic move is moving. And I tell you, in this year, 2023, we are going to get our country. We will have our own nation, Biafra. Let them continue whatever they do. Let them continue. I don't have to ask questions. I don't have I don't have to begin to doubt Chukwu Okike and what he said, because Chukwu Okike have his own way of doing his things. You can't dictate for Chukwu Okike how he's going to do it. I believe that he's going to give us our own nation, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu created and said. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his own word, said that the Biafran will come in such a way that no man will take the glory. It will come in such a way that no man will take the glory. That's why when I see certain things happen in our life, when I see certain things happening, I will laugh. Because I know that all things work for good to them that love Chukwu Okike. And everything that is happening in this struggle, it is for our own good. No matter what it is. As you are looking at the negative aspect, please take a deep breath and look at the positive aspect of everything you are saying. Take a deep breath, look at the positive side, and you have a cause to glorify Chukwu Okike. Sometimes when it becomes so difficult for the Biafran to listen, even at this time when it has become so difficult for Biafran people to understand, they play their card of ethnic group. They play their ethnic card. And all of a sudden, everybody begin to see the Biafran people as the aggressor. What crime have we committed? More said, Igbo Biafrans, what crime have we committed? Nothing. Nobody can tell you that this is a crime that Igbo Biafrans committed. Those of them who are dragging properties in Lagos, who are talking about taking over Lagos, taking Lagos. It is so sad. But in all their speech, I have not heard any one of them say that an Igbo man stole the land in Lagos State. I have not heard such. I have never heard anybody who come and say an Igbo man stole land in Igbo State, in Lagos State, or he took the life of somebody and took his land. We have never had such. All we are hearing is they are investing in our land. All we are hearing, we are going to take their properties. Not because they did not get the property legitimately, not because they did not work for it, simply because they refuse to support the person you are supporting. They decide to make their own choice on who they want. Even when their own choice, that choice they made was the best choice for the contraption. The best choice ever. Because of the good choice that they made. That is why today everybody have ganged up against them and called them different kinds of names. Different kinds of names. Everybody all of a sudden have woken up. And it's so sad that when things have to do with a Biafran, mainly the Igbo Biafran, even the weakest person has strength to talk. When an issue has to do with the Igbo Biafran, you begin to see people who doesn't have bone in their system, who doesn't have a single bone, all of a sudden they grow bone and they grow strength. Everybody will now come out and begin to talk. Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this, Igbo that. Ask him, what crime has the Igbos committed against you? He can't mention any. The very people who are attacking the Igbo, ask him, has Igbo man stolen your wife? No. Has Igbo man taken your own, impregnated your sister? No. Have Igbo man taken any of your property? No. Has an Igbo man stolen your land? No. What crime has an Igbo person committed to you? Nothing. Just a sheer hatred. And they call it Igbophobia. Even though I don't like using that term, Igbophobia, because the same person who is talking about that Igbophobia was among the people who took the life of Biafran people. He was among the people who took the life of Biafran people. If all of a sudden he remembers that what he did was bad, why not apologize? You can't be approaching Igbophobia, preaching against Igbophobia when you are the main originator of that Igbophobia and you participated and took life in it, and you have never apologized in there. You have never apologized, and you think we will forget. We will never forget. We will never forget it. Every sacrifice that our grandparents have made, we will not forget. For all those young men and women that lost their life, for all the children that you people took their life simply because they were asking for their own nation, we will never forget. And at the right time, Chukwu Okike is going to pay every one of you back. Every one of you that participated in that evil. You'll be paid back. What have the Biafrans done to you? What? How can you beat a child and stop the child from crying? You are beating a child. At the same time, you are stopping that child from crying. This is the height of wickedness. The height of wickedness. Okay, look at even in their so-called election. They stole election. They stole the result. They stole the mandate of that London boy. After stealing the mandate of London boy, today they are making the London boy now the aggressor. Suddenly, they have come with different kind of propaganda making him aggressor. He doesn't even talk anymore. He is now fighting for his own life. He's busy now swearing and defending himself. I didn't say it, I didn't say it. Even when what he said is the truth. As if he's the only one who has said such a thing. People have said terrible things more than that. And nobody cares to shun them or tell them to stop. His own was even a secret. His own statement was made in secret in a phone conversation that was hacked. But people have made such a grievous statement on their national TV. People have made such threat on national TV, and they carry the threat out, and yet they were not even invited to police, let alone arrested. That is the double standard we are talking about. And if you think that this double standard will stop, it's still not going to end today. But it's going to end in this year as we walk out of the zoo. When we get out of the zoo, then they will come back to their senses. You will not have a reason to explain to anybody anymore why you have to pursue a certain career, why you have to aspire for some certain position. You don't have any explanation to make anybody. And that is where we are driving to. We want a nation, a state whereby our children will be born and they can be able to aspire to any level they want to aspire to anything. And nobody will hinder them. Nobody will stop them. They don't have to beg before they attend it. They will get things according to their qualification. That is the nation we are aspiring to build. That is the kind of nation we are looking forward to see. Not a place where we'll be caged and people will not be allowed to speak. Not a place where we'll be caged and people will be directed and be told what to say and what to say. Not a stage where you will be scared and your movement will be limited to a certain group or certain things. I thank you to go back to the stage that we are today, that so many Biafrans are waking up. And Biafrans, wherever you are watching this video broadcast from, your freedom is in your hands. It is only you as a Biafran that can free yourself. Nobody can free you. The zoo cannot free you. The international community will not free you. Nobody anywhere will free you except you free yourself. You have to stand up and prepare yourself to be free. If you don't free yourself, nobody's going to free you. And that is why the auto-corrected IPOB is doing what they are doing today. Those who you call politicians already, you know that the politicians have sold their soul to the devil. The politicians, they have sold their soul to the devil. Before you can be a successful politician in the country of Nigeria, you have to sell your soul to the enemy. And when you sell your heart, you have to lose your conscience. And one of the qualifications you must have before you become relevant in Nigerian politics is to be able to take the life of your own people. To be ready to take the life of... In fact, the number of the people life you take in your land qualifies you to have a position in that contraption. That is how bad it is. Today I bumped into a video where supposedly a Biafran was even making a speech on behalf of PDP, explaining to the world how the London boy rigged the election. These are people who said they were fighting for a good presidency. This is only a politician that can be using that. In this stage, even at this present time, you see politicians running behind Gambari, running behind the Fulanese at all times. Even in the present condition, with the situation of things, with the hatred they have seen in broad daylight, with the hatred that is being spread everywhere, being preached even on social media, on all networks, with everything that is happening, yet you still see some Biafrans who come and they see their own brother as the enemy, who still give themselves to be used. You are only better to be used for propaganda. That is what they're using the Biafrans today for, in that country of Nigeria. They use the Biafrans for propaganda.
Whenever they commit their blunder or they commit any crime, they use the Biafran to defend their evil. Go to DSS. The DSS, their spokesperson in DSS, is a Biafran. He's a Biafran, the spokesperson in DSS, where his own brother is being maltreated and abused. Anytime they take innocent life, anytime they destroy in Biafran, he will be the ones to come and make a statement against his own people. The same thing with their police. The police spokesperson is also another Biafran. Anytime they take an innocent life of a Biafran man, he will be the one to come and tell us why such life will be taken. And in so many other offices, the same way. They only use them as a spokesperson. Even in their parties, even in their political parties, what they use them for is as a spokesperson. You will be there to defend all their shit, defend all their atrocity, defend all their evil plans and all their cock and bull stories. Meanwhile, when it is time for you to handle a post, they will make sure that you never get there. It is so sad. But that is where we find ourselves. But must we continue to be there? We cannot continue. If those ones who want to be good, they can pack